Hello, family and friends. Welcome back to Just Another YouTube channel. And today we are going to be making my knockoff version of a chicken pot pie soup. And I got this from Josh and Momma's page. And if you guys know, you know. But this recipe actually looked pretty good. But I can admit it's a lot of stuff that I'm going to change, try, and experiment with. So I wanted you guys to come on in and have a good time with me. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. It's really like 9 o'clock almost. Like, what is it? Yeah, almost 9 o'clock at night. So I'm trying not to talk too loud. It's not during the day type of video. But I just wanted to go ahead and get this soup out the way because tomorrow I'm going to start like working out, and this week trying to like eat better as far as like I don't want to be going out to a restaurant. So come on in because I already have the stove on for you guys. So I already have some oil burning over here, and I don't have a soup bowl, by the way. So that's another reason why this is going to be like a made up version. I'm going to put in, that was one whole, fairly medium to large size onion. And I went on to put the whole onion in there. And the reason being is because I don't cook often. So that onion was probably going to mold by the time I cook again. So, and right now I have my stove set to medium. I'm going to go in here with a spoon. And what I'm trying to do is just saute down that onion. I did keep the onions large cut. So that, along with the chicken, of course, is going to take up a lot of my pot. So that's another reason why I have to do kind of like a quick knockoff version. I really hope you guys can hear me. I did a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, but since it had been kind of turning a little bit or browning a little bit already, I'm just going to throw in a little bit of butter to kind of freshen everything up. And all I'm doing right now is just softening up those onions. But while those are softening up, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my seasonings just to save some time. I'm going to go with a little bit of complete seasoning. I don't measure, but I don't want to over season. So that was probably like half a teaspoon. Going to go in with some oregano leaves. I was kind of heavy handed with the oregano leaves because that was something that she used in her recipe as well. The complete seasoning was my thing. She used a nice amount of garlic powder. I want to say she used like I think a tablespoon, but I'm not. I'm just measuring eyeball, and I'm going to go back at some point and taste it. Just a little bit of onion powder. I got real onions in here, so I don't need that much onion powder. Garlic salt. That's going to be my salt product. Nothing else has salt in it, so I can go heavy handed with that. Gonna go in again with a lot of black pepper. I love black pepper. So I went in with a nice heavy hand of black pepper. I am gonna go in with a bay leaf. I'll just wait on the bay leaf. the rosemary and thyme leaves. She just did a little sprinkle of that, but I don't cook that often, so I'm gonna go in with a nice little chunk of that. Because they did, when I did one recipe with this stuff, it did come out really, really good. I forgot what I made, but it came out really, really good. Oh, I made like a lemon pepper baked chicken. It was so good. And like I said, I'm just trying to get my money's worth out of it. She also used some paprika, just a plain paprika, but all I have is hot paprika. She went in with a nice chunk of that. That was probably about a teaspoon as well. Okay, those have softened down to the level that I want them. I'll use a traditional style rotisserie chicken. Right now, I'm just going to brown it a little bit, get it tossed up in those seasonings as well. And I'll go ahead and put my bay leaf in here. And spoonful of garlic. She used a nice chunk of garlic powder, so. But I'm going to just do a small amount right now because I can always go back in later and add to it. All right, let me give you guys a look. So right now I'm just incorporating everything, tying everything in together. And then next I'm gonna go in with my peas and carrots and potatoes. She used the frozen peas and carrots. And she ended up saying that she wished that she would have went in a little bit longer with that. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna wait. But she said she wished she would have went in longer with it. But I'm not really sure when's the best time to add it. But then I also don't want them torn up in my pie. So because you can always let them sit in the heat and kind of like continue to warm up. So we're gonna wait on that for just a second. But these potatoes, she used the real potatoes, and I'm using canned potatoes. So I don't think they're gonna take as long as the real potatoes. She also used real celery, and I'm only going to use cream of celery. Um, so there, that again, that's something that doesn't have to soften up for me. So that's why I have to kind of modify my recipe. It smells so good. We can go ahead and go in with these diced tomatoes because everything is going to continue to warm up. So I went on and drained them. I'm just going to do two cans because my pot is so small. I have a can of potato. I just wanted to try it. So I'm going to go in with that. I'm not going to use the whole thing. So that was about half of a can. I have cream of celery. I'm going to go in with about half a can of that as well. Well, that was more like 3/4 of a can. Now we can go in with our chicken broth. I'm just going to do that amount for right now. So I just kind of covered it. If I'll go in with some more, I'm going to, of course, let things keep cooking and see how things turn out. She used the whole thing of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to start with half. Because again, I ended up using like cream of, so I may not need as much heavy whipping cream. She also made like a little slurry. Hers was bigger than mine is going to be because I'm going to make a smaller version of that as well. I'm sure you guys can hear me breathing hard because I have this microphone up to my neck. And these peppers got to me quickly. Hold on one second. All right, let's see. This was all-purpose flour. Oh, can you see it? Yeah, that was all-purpose flour. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of water. Let me see if this will do it a little bit better. I wish I had a small one. It's kind of clumping up a little bit. Yeah, this is much better. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with the slurry. That was about a tablespoon of flour. And then I fill the rest of this size up with water. So you see how it already has that cream color. I think I'm going to try to give it a little bit of a taste and see where I'm at with the seasonings. And I think I'm okay with just the 2 cans of potatoes. So I do have an extra one just in case, but so far it's looking pretty good. And I am just making a mess in here today, but there's something missing as far as seasonings. Let's try a little bit of paprika. Just to give it a little razzle dazzle. Some garlic salt. Because that bay leaf is going to continue, excuse me, that bay leaf is going to continue to cook in there. So that's going to provide some flavor. And again, my recipe is a quicker version. Let me set y'all back a little bit. My recipe is a quicker version. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with my frozen peas. Because it's not going to take long for a can of potatoes to cook. The rotisserie chicken was already cooked. The onions, we let them simmer down. And again, like I said, a can of potatoes. It's already soft. It's already done. So I'm just mostly concerned about these peas and carrots. And of course, that slurry to thicken up. Looking much better already. So let that cook a little bit. Give it another taste test, and we'll go from there. Um, let's see, because I think I am going to put this top on. I have it on 4. I mean, I have it on medium. I'm going to move it to 4, turn it down a little bit because, again, this stuff is pretty much done. Again, I do have these 2 cans that I could potentially use a little bit more, and that's a strong possibility for me. And everything else, I think, as far as seasonings, I am pretty much done with. Yeah. So, hopefully I can get back to you guys with a taste test. I'm not hungry, so I'm not going to eat it tonight. This is, again, for me to eat on for the rest of the week, versus me like coming home hungry and then deciding to go to a restaurant because it's faster and quicker. So let me just go ahead and make the soup tonight, even though I'm not hungry for it. This was really quick. It took me about 20 minutes, and that was so total time with me cutting up the onions, because I cut them so large, and all I had to do with the chicken was just pull it. So the prep time was really right at about 25 minutes. Prep time and the cook time was about at 25 minutes. I am going to let this simmer on 4. Um, let's try to do it at like 15 minutes, and then hopefully I can come back to you guys. But y'all know me and editing don't get along, so if not, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if I can get back to you, I will. Love you guys.